Hello. So I had a request when we were at Closing the Gap for how do you adapt a toy for switch access. This is what's known as a battery interrupter. It's just typically a female on that end, and this is a little copper disc. So there's a rule of thumb that you can apply to a toy as to whether or not it can be adapted to use something like this. So we have batteries in here, 4 in that case. I press it and I turn it on. We'll go ahead and remove one of the batteries. You can see it goes off. The light went off. Put the battery back in. You can see where it picks up where it left off. So if you've got a toy that functions that way, where you can remove the battery, put it back in, and it continues functioning in the same manner, then you can use a battery interrupter. So let's go ahead and put one in. I think this is how we have it over here. Okay, so we will just slip the battery interrupter in between the battery and the contact, and this is our lid, and you can see in the corner we've just cut a piece out of the corner so that it will fit. And now I turn it on, nothing happens. So let's go ahead and plug a switch in. Now when I press the switch, you can see it accesses. Here's an example of a toy that you cannot adapt for a switch. This is a separate push button. And it goes ahead and it activates. Now let me do that again, and I'll take the battery out. See, it stopped running. Okay. I put the battery back in, nothing happens. I have to press the button again to continue it activating. This toy, because of that, this toy cannot be used with a battery interrupter. We did adapt it anyway. We have one here, and it'll work because we actually had to open this up with these 4 screws and find access to the wires that come off of this switch, and we just tapped into them, and that's how we have this. So you can adapt a toy like this, but it's much less trivial. So that's a nice rule of thumb to use for whether or not you can adapt a toy for switch access using a battery interrupter.